Welcome back to Next Bike World, the other place where to work meets talk, where power meets passion. And today, we're diving deep into a machine that's not just a motorcycle, but a bold declaration of cruising heritage, modern muscle, and classic American-inspired style. Get ready as we break down the 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan 1500A, a modern resurrection of one of Kawasaki's most iconic cruiser nameplates. This isn't just a bike, it's a time capsule, upgraded for today's streets. Kawasaki knows what it's doing when it comes to cruisers, and with the return of the Vulcan 1500, they've gone back to their roots while injecting it with fresh attitude, enhanced engineering, and rider-centric tech. Let's start under the skin, where the real story begins. Powering the 2025 Vulcan 1500 is a beautifully reworked 1.470cc V-twin engine, air and oil-cooled, tuned for maximum low-end torque and effortless highway cruising. It's not trying to win races, it's trying to win your soul, and it does just that. You get 70 horsepower at around 4,800 revolutions per minute, but more importantly, it delivers a massive 89 pounds-to-feet of torque at a lazy 2,500 revolutions per minute. That's the kind of pull that makes passing cars feel like slicing through butter, even to up and fully loaded. The throttle response is silky, with a subtle growl that builds into a rich, throaty rumble, courtesy of Kawasaki's refined dual exhaust system. It's loud enough to feel alive but tuned just right so it won't rattle your eardrums after a long ride. And thanks to the fuel injection system and electronic throttle control, the Vulcan 1500 starts reliably, idles cleanly, and responds predictably no matter the weather or altitude. But what really sets this cruiser apart is how it rides. Kawasaki has re-engineered the double cradle frame with a focus on long-distance comfort and stability. It's stretched just slightly over previous iterations to enhance highway manners, and they've lowered the center of gravity for improved balance, especially at low speeds. Add in the wide 170 section rear tire and you've got a machine that glides down the road with an almost lazy confidence. Front suspension duties are handled by 41mm telescopic forks with 5.9 inches of travel, while the rear gets a hidden single shock with air-assisted preload adjustability, cleverly tucked away to preserve the hardtail look. It's soft enough to soak up bumps, but stiff enough to prevent wallow in corners, a delicate balance that Kawasaki nailed. And speaking of corners, let's talk about the brakes. Up front, you've got dual 300mm discs with twin piston calipers, while the rear sports a single 270mm disc. The brakes are linked to standard ABS, which works quietly in the background and adds peace of mind, especially when riding to up or in wet conditions. The stopping power is progressive and reassuring, just what you'd want from a heavyweight cruiser. Now, let's get into design, because one glance at the 2025 Vulcan 1500 tells you everything about its attitude. This thing oozes presence. The long, low profile is pure Americana, with flowing fenders, chrome accents, and a deep metallic paint finish that glows in the sun. It's available in 3 signature colors: obsidian black, imperial red, and a stunning two-tone pearl white with cobalt blue, each hand-striped and clear-coated to perfection. The teardrop fuel tank is massive, holding just over 5.3 gallons, which gives you excellent range for long-haul riding. And etched on the tank, a retro-inspired Vulcan badge that calls back to the original models from the late 90s. Nostalgia, yes, but cheesy? Never. The seating is another highlight. Kawasaki redesigned the two-piece saddle to improve both comfort and style. The rider's seat is deep sculpted with thick foam padding and lumbar support, while the passenger seat is wider and sits on an integrated chrome grab rail. Long rides? No problem. And for those who love customization, both seats are easily swappable. Kawasaki is rolling out a line of accessories, including touring backrests, solo saddles, and heated grips. The handlebar sweep is classic cruiser wide, slightly pulled back, and mounted on rubber-damped risers to reduce vibration. Gauges are mounted on the tank, including a large analog speedometer, gear indicator, digital fuel range, and even a tire pressure monitor, blending old-school charm with modern functionality. Let's not forget about tech. This might be a retro-inspired machine, But it's not stuck in the past. The 2025 Vulcan 1500 features Kawasaki's KTRC traction control, with 2 selectable modes for dry or slippery conditions. There's also cruise control, operated via a thumb switch on the right handlebar, a must-have for highway cruising. And yes, you're getting full LED lighting, from the large round headlamp up front to the taillight and turn indicators. The lighting looks vintage but shines bright, crisp, and modern, a perfect mix of form and function. For riders who love long weekends, Kawasaki's optional Vulcan Tour package is worth mentioning. It adds detachable hard saddlebags, a quick-release windscreen, and engine guards, making this Vulcan ready for the open road without compromising its stripped-down cruiser appeal when you want to ride light. Now for the numbers that matter, weight and price. The 2025 Vulcan 1500 tips the scales at around 745 pounds wet, which puts it squarely in heavyweight cruiser territory. But thanks to that low seat height of just 27.2 inches, it's surprisingly manageable for average height riders. Whether you're cruising downtown or hitting a mountain pass, the bike feels planted and predictable. And the price? Kawasaki's nailed the balance between premium quality and accessibility. The base model starts at $12,999, while the Tourer edition will run you closer to $14,499. For what you're getting: a heritage styling, modern tech, V-twin muscle, and Kawasaki reliability. It's a serious bang for your buck. So, who's this bike really for? If you're a seasoned rider looking for a cruiser that blends tradition with tech, power with poise, and style with soul, the Vulcan 1500 delivers. If you're a returning rider who wants something familiar yet modern, this bike's got your name written all over it. And if you're someone who wants Harley-Davidson vibes without Harley-Davidson price tags, well, a broken bar Kawasaki just built your dream machine. The 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan 1500 isn't just a bike, it's a comeback, a rebirth, a reminder that real cruisers aren't about speed, they're about feel. And this one, it feels right in every way. Whether you're rolling through town or eating up miles on the highway, the Vulcan 1500 brings that deep, satisfying rumble that makes you forget the destination and just enjoy the journey. That's it for today's deep dive. Let us know in the comments, would you ride the new Vulcan 1500? Are you feeling the retro vibes, or would you go full touring instead? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update from Next Bike World. We bring the hottest two-wheel reviews, breakdowns, and bike talk from across the globe all in one throttle twisting place. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and as always, ride free.